Hello, John O'Flaherty, the B3 Burner. Today is Monday, November 20th, and I wish I was here under better circumstances, but I'm not. Friday, November 17th, early in the morning sometime, my Ford Crown Victoria was stolen right out of my driveway. Have no idea who would have done it, no leads. The police have filed a report that morning, or had filed a report that morning, but no one's gotten back to me. No one's found it. I've had people give me various theories as to what may have happened to it. Anything from it being parted out, to the engine and the transmission being taken out and put in another car, to it being joyridden, to it being trashed, to being high sped, to just about anything else in between. All I know is it's no longer in my possession and is out of my driveway. So, you might be wondering, how do I feel about this? Well, I feel violated in a sense, but not a sense like a personal violation like an assault, but still a violation of my private property, which I don't appreciate. Somebody actually physically came on my property to take something that didn't belong to them. That concept just bothers me and angers me. When I'm done enjoying a car, I want to be the one to choose when I get rid of it or sell it or move on. I don't want that decision being made because of somebody else's selfish actions. But was I really that angry? That's the interesting question. I seem to be taking this in stride more so than you might think. And I don't know if it's just because I'm in a balanced state of mind psychologically where things don't bother me as much anymore, or whether when it's something really big, my brain tells itself I have to maintain my composure for the greater good of everyone involved. I'm angry, but I'm also maybe grateful that I didn't confront the people directly. Like I didn't throw open the garage door at 1 a.m. and surprise them, because who knows what they could have done to me. In which case, maybe it's just as well that I was fast asleep or on the opposite side of the house. I didn't hear anything. I talked to the next door neighbor about Ring cameras and surveillance cameras, and nothing came up with any results. But he said his son's bedroom window faces out toward the street, toward us, and he remembers hearing an unusually high revving engine sound around 1 a.m. It was just surreal. I was fast asleep and my girlfriend left, and then oddly enough I heard her come back inside, but 2 or 3 minutes later, and she wakes me up and she goes, John, the Crown Victoria's gone. And I remember being half asleep going, what do you mean the Crown Vic's gone? She says, it's gone. It's not out there in the driveway. So I got up and I went out there, and sure enough, yeah, it was gone. So what do I do now? Well, the insurance company was nice enough to get me a rental car, a 2022 Chevy Malibu, which is a very nice car, but after being used to full-size body-on-frame 8-cylinder engine, a 4-cylinder power-wise, I needed some passing power on a 2-lane road yesterday, and I just wasn't quite getting what I was hoping for, and not what I was getting when I had the Crown Vic. The Crown Vic had a real good kick-down gear when I asked for passing. This one, not so much so. So, if nothing else, the rental car is a good way for me to kind of start taking inventory as far as pros and cons and what I don't want in a replacement car. And I'm not sure I want a 4-cylinder engine. I'm thinking maybe more of a 6, obviously a more economical 6 these days. I'm not sure I want all that fancy high-tech Bluetooth backup camera screen in the middle of the dashboard thing. But I gotta say, it is kind of nice having those conveniences. Now I know how the rest of the world's been living. So now I'm on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace thinking about, okay, if I do have to replace the Crown Vic, what do I get in its place, you know? And I don't want to go with another big 8-cylinder car because I have that in the Cadillac. And I never intended to own two 8-cylinder cars. That happened purely by accident when the Honda got in the accident back in November of 2020. I went and got the Cadillac in 2021. Unplanned, I went and got two inefficient cars. So now that the Crown Vic is gone by no choice of my own, I'm starting to think, well, maybe it's meant to be. If gas prices really start to shoot up in the next year or two, I've got the one car, the 73 Caddy, that I just enjoy, that I say, well, don't think of gasoline as a transportation expense, think of it as an entertainment expense. And that's how I sort of mentally in my head get around or wrap my brain around, you know, how expensive it is to operate that car. And then the other car better be a little bit more economical. So I definitely don't want an SUV or a crossover. I want a car. I'm a car person. I like cars looking like cars in the traditional sense. So we shall see what the future brings. So in the meantime, we're in wait and see mode as we approach Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, that's all I can say for now. And John O'Flaherty B3 Burner, hoping for better luck and better stories in the future. Goodbye.